need. You don't need no 26-year-old girl. You don't need no 36-year-old girl.
I do.
This is your auntie talking to you. Take your
YouTube. What's going on? WittyP dropping in one time, and I definitely wanted to get my reaction to Shannon Sharpe. Yes, he got set up. He got lined up, and you could tell from the tone of the text messages. Yes, the text messages have leaked. The audio has leaked. I have all of that. We're going to play all of that. And he got set up. He got that jungle fever, huh? Yeah, your ass got set up. You got set up. And I got to be real. He made a big mistake. And I'm going to talk about the biggest mistake he made in his dealing with this OnlyFans model, this 19-year-old guy. And a lot of people are saying, oh, you dealing with a 19-year-old, you should be dealing with her. She way too young for you, this and that. I don't necessarily agree with that. He can deal with her, but the biggest mistake he made was he had too many dealings with her, basically. Because once you hear the audio, which I'm gonna play in a few minutes, once you hear the audio, it should have never gotten to this point. Whether you're joking or not, once you begin to make threats, physical threats, things like that, you're done. Once he began to make those physical threats, she knew she had him. Whether it was in a sexual manner or not, she knew she had him. A big black man talking like that to a white girl, that's a lose-lose for the black man. It is. But I'm not going to, cover too much right now. I'm going to let y'all hear the audio and hear what Shannon Sharpe had to say, because he spoke out for himself. Yeah, he spoke out for himself, and he said he leads with integrity. He's a man of integrity, but this is tough. It's hard to defend this audio. It is. And these text messages, he paid for play, and that's nothing unusual at his age, and dealing with a gal that at her age, pay for play. That's nothing unusual, because she wanted 50K. And she almost got to blackmailing him, for that money when he wouldn't send it through the Cash App, So we're going to hear what the audio first, and then we'll hear what Shannon Sharpe had to say to defend himself. Here right now.
Well, I don't know why you want to go out.
Don't worry about it, Gabby.
Well, okay.
Okay, what?
Well, I'm not really interested in getting choked, so I guess we're going.
Yeah, I might choke you in public. Big black guy chokes small white woman.
It's not a good look, Shannon.
Not a good look that you did with the shit you did to me.
Okay, well, and you're just gonna hang up on me, so I feel like...
I'm not gonna hang up on you. Here's what it is.
What does that even mean?
Nothing, Gabby. You want to be a dick to me now, so...
I don't want to be... Don't manipulate me.
Oh, Lord have mercy. If you say that one more time, I'm gonna fucking choke the shit out of you when I see you. Thank you.
Okay.
Two separate phone calls. This audio.
Well,
2 separate phone calls on this audio. I want to be clear on that.
I don't...
You know what?
Well, I don't want to be choked.
Yes, you do.
Okay, now y'all heard audio. That's two different phone conversations with Shannon Sharpe and Gabby, the OnlyFans model. That's two separate phone calls. And he made a mistake. You don't make threats. You don't make threats, especially over the phone. And he was set up. She set him up. Once she knew he was beginning to catch feelings and he sending money, things like that, she knew she had him. She knew she had him. Once he began to talk like he was talking in that physical manner, big black man choke small white girl, I know he was joking, whether he was joking or not. You can't talk like that. You can't talk like that. And he thought he knew this guy. You didn't know this guy you didn't know this guy at all. You didn't know her at all. Y'all didn't even have that type of relationship that you thought y'all had. She was plotting on you the whole time. And we seeing some of these leaked text messages. She was demanding you send her the money. Demanding. Basically like you a sugar daddy. And Shannon Sharpe, he defended himself. We're going to hear what he had to say when he, gave his piece and say he's innocent. Tony Busby back on the scene. We know Jay-Z put him out of here, but now he's back on the scene. Tony Busby, he's back on the scene with this case. But hear what Shannon Sharpe had to say, and I'm going to talk about the biggest mistake Shannon Sharpe actually made in conclusion to this whole ordeal.
You direct to my family, friends, supporters, and colleagues. I want to speak to you directly and from the heart. This is a shakedown. I'm going to be open, transparent, and defend myself because this isn't right. This is all being orchestrated by Tony Busby, who has targeted Jay-Z. Tony Busby targets black men, and I believe he's going to release a 30-second clip of a sex tape that tries to make me look guilty and play into every stereotype you could possibly imagine. That video should actually be 10 minutes or so. Hey Tony, instead of releasing your edit, put the whole video out. I don't have it, or I would myself. You know what happened, and you're trying to manipulate the media. The encounter in question took place during the day at her invitation, and now that appears to be a deliberate setup, coordinated by Gabby, also known as Carly on OnlyFans. Gabby and Tony Busby want $50 million. What they're getting is sued for defamation and trying to take me down. My career is all about real talk and honesty. I know my family and fans know exactly what this is about. And I'm going to be out there telling you whatever I need to say, just like I always do. I love all you guys. This is a shakedown. I'm going to be open, transparent, and defend myself because this isn't right. This is all being orchestrated by Tony Busby, who has targeted Jay-Z. Tony Busby targets black men, and I believe he's going to release a 30-second clip of a sex tape that tries to make me look guilty and play into every stereotype you could possibly imagine. That video should actually be 10 minutes or so. Hey Tony, instead of releasing your edit, put the whole video out. I don't have it, or I would myself. You know what happened, and you're trying to...
So Shannon give his piece, and this was my main point with Shannon Sharpe in dealing with this guy. My thing is not dealing with her at 19. Yeah, some people might say she immature, she's not old enough, things like that. Fuck all that. This was my thing. When you dealing with somebody like her, you dealing with her too tough. Once a month, you got enough money, you got a big enough bag where you can spread out the women throughout the month, man. Real talk. The relationship should never have gotten to that point where you're talking about you're gonna choke her, joking or not. Should never have gotten to that point where it's physical threats being made where you can be set up. Once you begin to make physical threats, whether it's in a sexual manner or not, in a sexual context or not, you're done. Because she can make up and say, we weren't on the best of terms, and he was saying he was going to do that when he see me. She can make up anything. She can. He was dealing with her way too tough, way too heavy. See, now, if she was just that fling where you see her once a month, twice a month, you hit her up, say you need your fix, and y'all keep it on more so like a laughing, I get you right, you know, sexually maybe break you off, and keep it pushing. Not this texting back and forth. You text here and there, just say, hey, hope you're doing good, you know, just to make sure everything cool. But after that, you live your life. You don't be checking up, you know, every day, who you dealing with, this or that. No, he's supposed to deal with her once or twice a month, hit her up once every couple weeks. I'll just do, with his status and his money, he could just deal with her once a month if he wanted to. You know, and say, hey, you need your fix for this month. You know what I'm saying? Get it right. Boom. Boom. Once he got to talking about what he gonna do on the physical side, this or that, you do all. If you're gonna talk like that, okay, this is the thing. If you're gonna talk like that to women, you have to do it in person. And even then, it's risky because they could still be recording your ass and you don't even know it. But if you're gonna do that, you do it in person. That's how dirty the game has gotten for a man with a bag. That's how dirty the game has gotten. Real talk. But that's the biggest mistake. He was just fucking with her too tough. Like, bruh, hit her a few times, maybe once a month, and keep it pushing. Like, let her go on to college, you know? Like, come on, man. Let her do her OnlyFans. She was doing OnlyFans. Let her do that. He was fucking with her too tough. Too tough. Whenever this long-ass text messages and y'all text back and forth, no. I'm hitting you up. You need your fix. Boom, I see you. Get you right. Boom, I hit you up every couple weeks just to make sure you're good. Hey, everything cool. You know, that was a nice time we had when I seen you a couple weeks ago, a week ago. Just make sure everything cool on the positive, on the good. But nah, we ain't about to be getting jealous. And once one of y'all start getting jealous and this or that and questioning this or that, it's over. It's over. Cut it off. Something's about to happen and it's not gonna be good. Once you get the questioning, you messing with this person, let's cut it. It's over with. It's ran its course. Cut it. Now you get the line and this or that, cut it. But that's the biggest mistake Aunt made. You know, he dealing with her too tough. And that's what it leads to. When you're dealing with somebody too tough, it leads to feelings. It leads to the threats and joking, not joking. Who knows? You know, we're dealing with her too tough. You know, way too tough. That's the biggest mistake. And if something so small can turn into something big like this, just dealing with somebody too much. And you know he felt some type of guilt because he offered to settle for 10 mil. Let's just be real. He knew he was caught on audio or something. He knew, like, damn, they got me. He knew something they had on him because he offered to settle. If he didn't think that audio was out here or he didn't think he did other things, he wouldn't have wanted to settle. He would have just said, we take it to court, we deal with it how we deal with it, whatever, you know? But he felt some type of guilt. That's why he wanted to settle. Real talk. It is what it is. Definitely wanted to talk about Unc's biggest mistake in this situation. Real talk. You can learn from someone younger than you. You know, it ain't never too late to learn. You know, gotta keep it real. But comment, like, subscribe. That's where you can help. You know, share the video. But entertain, hit that cash. I definitely wanted to bring this fire, get us over the hump. We are.